Alright, next up in our pedalboard building series, are you looking for stuff that will make your life easy for building your pedalboard? Well, this is the episode for you where we talk about pedalboard extras. My name is Will, this is A Rocket Complex. If you didn't know, A Rocket Complex is a band, and we have a brand new single out, it's called Freshen Up. You can check it out in the iCard up here, or the first link in the description. In fact, all the music you're going to hear throughout the series and in this episode is all music from A Rocket Complex. This series was helped out by Schmidt Array. Thank you very much to them. You can check out their pedal boards, also linked in the description. Thanks, Siri. Oh, please don't do that. That will get me copyright striked. Just to let you know, this one's going to be a bit all over the place and a bit more varied than the last couple. We're going to go over lots of different things in this episode. All right, let's talk about Patchbays first. A pedalboard patch bay is a little box where you can plug in all of the cables going to and from your board, and then it will send them into your board through different connections. Now on my SA250, I have a 6-way patch bay, and I use this for plugging my guitar into, sending my guitar out to the preamp of my board for send and return of the effects loop, as well as channel switching and voice switching on the Countess. The great thing about the ones on the Schmidt Arrays is they're also TRS, so you can do stereo through any of them. The really cool thing about the Schmidt Array patch bays is that the 2 of the connections are actually switched. This means if you don't put anything in those connections, you can run all of that in. So if you think about it like you've set up all of your preamp effects and all of your effects loop effects, if you come across an amp that doesn't have an effects loop and you just need to go straight in the front, if you don't plug anything into those 2, they'll connect, meaning that your whole board will just be one cohesive unit instead of the 2 divided between the preamp and the effects loop. That's a really cool feature. You can also build your own patch bays, as I did for my pedal train build of the shots you've seen in this series. You can buy tons of them off the shelf. The Gig Rig make them, custom pedal boards make them. You can find tons out there. When you're a guitar player, you tend to have a bunch of other accessories that you usually keep in your pockets or gig bags that you could keep in, well, say, a little tin that you keep on your pedal board. If you've ever been on r/pedalboards on Reddit, you've seen a ton of boards where people use Altoid tins to keep picks in or capos. If you don't have the space on these boards, well, you can just keep doing it the way you're doing it, or you could keep them organized in that little box anyway. Do you need to get to pedals at the back of your board? Or do you need a little bit more space on your board and you need to be able to have a double tier? Well, it sounds like you need a riser or a bridge. These are totally great if you're using angled boards like the pedal train, where you can bring those pedals up a little bit and be able to get to them way easier. You can also get full bridges or second tiers, where you can put a whole load of stuff over the top of a bunch of other things, like say putting your power supply underneath and your pedals on top. You see this on a ton of pedal boards, but the Schmidt Array comes with this built in. So how are you going to attach your pedals to your pedal board? Well, the best way is with Velcro. This semi-permanent connection means that you can take stuff off and on at your leisure. There are loads of different strengths, versions, brands of Velcro, but the classic hook and loop is the ones that I use. The way that most people do their Velcro is they put the hook side on their pedals and they put the loop side, the soft side, on their pedal board. The reason you do it this way around is that if you put the loop side on the pedals, they may come loose as the hooks lose their grip, whereas the other way around doesn't really happen as much. Hey, if you buy used pedals off of Facebook Marketplace or eBay or Reverb or whatever, they'll mostly come with Velcro already attached, and you might as well do it the same as everyone else, so otherwise you're gonna have to take all of that stuff off anyway. A lot of pedal boards will come with it pre-installed, like my Schmidt Array did, or it will come in the box when you buy your pedal board. Let's talk about one of my favorite things about building pedal boards, and that's doing cable management. I love doing cable management. There are loads of different ways that you can get a really beautifully done build with some great cable management. Some tools to use are the cloth cable ties that you can get, some cable wrap where you can wrap around your cable. You can get the plastic cable tie and mounts with glue on one side so you can get your cables really hard on there. The ones that I'll be using are the cable tie mounts and the plastic cable ties. You can pick these up, again, anywhere, hardware store, DIY shop. If you want a pedal board with a little bit of flair, with a little bit of pimp my pedal board, you can consider adding LED strips on the underneath. I did this with one of my builds. It was like a combination of pimp my pedal board and the YouTuber battle station, like computer desk of pedal boards. Now I'd recommend you mount any LED strips that you're going to put on your pedal board on the underneath so that light scatters underneath. I wouldn't do it on any top tiers and stuff. I have had some noise issues when I've done that before. The great thing about these is you can actually find 9 volt or 12 volt versions that you can run off your power supply as well. All you need to do is get some of those 2.1 mil barrel connectors, solder some wires on, and put it into your power supply, and you should be good to go. The one thing I would say with these is that you need to calculate the current draw per meter of the LED strips that you use. Make sure you're not overloading your power supply. There's tons of different colors available, even color changing ones if that's your thing. Be super PC Ultra Master Race Gamer about it. But hey, do you use any of these things on your pedal board? Let me know in the comments below. If I missed anything, also leave me a comment and we may do a follow-up episode. Now we've chosen all the things that we need for our build. It's finally time to come up with a plan of how we're gonna do the build. But that's what we'll get into next time. If you'd like a deeper dive into any of these subjects today, check the links in the description for loads of different videos on all of these topics. So hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, a positive rating would really be appreciated. You have no idea how much that helps out the channel. If you'd like to leave a comment but don't know what to say, why not leave the comment, "Pimp my pedal board." If you're watching this day and date when the video releases, why not check out all the rest of the playlist of videos up here? If you want to know when the next couple episodes come out, why not subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified by email when we upload the next episode. You can check out A Rocket Complex's music right now on Spotify. It's the first link in the description. Thanks again to Schmidt Array for helping us out with this series. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.